Good morning, country folk. It's that time of the day where we get to share in the stories of our aged community. Today sees us back in the Western Cape, where we get to meet Magda and Gary Meyer, Chef Eric Bingu, and rugby legend Hardy Dolly. The small town of Paarl is home to a formidable couple who have taken it upon themselves to feed, clothe, and help their fellow townspeople. Their sacrifice and hard work has not gone unnoticed, as many businesses and organizations partner with them to fulfill their noble cause. Join me as we get a glimpse into their daily lives.
Sy is die grootmoeder van Parel-Oos, van almal sê nie van Auntie Magda nie, maar almal sê van ma. So sy is 'n groot engel van die Parel-Oos area. Sy doen baie vir ons mense. Ek weet nie wat ons maak sonder die Magda nie. Is nie net kosie, 'n boodskap van hoop en sy is ook inspirasie vir ons mense, vir al die vroumense en die jong mense.
My naam is Magda Meyer. My werk in die gemeenskap het begin. Ek het eendag gesit terwyl ek self bitter swaar gekry het. En iemand het my kom sê, aan die agterkant van Chicago is daar 'n nood, kry die mense baie swaar. En toe het ek begin met 'n potjie. En die potjie het elke week bietjie meer geword, want ek het begin vra vir vriende en familie, bure, en elke week het dit begin groter word. Ek begin dit, almal sien die prentjie nou, maar niemand weet hoe hard dit gewees het om tot hier te kom nie.
Ek het my werk verloor, Magda het haar werk verloor. Ek het siek geword, sy het siek geword, sy het arthritis gehad, ek het met hartaanvalle gesit, ons het goeie werk gehad.
Dit was byvoorbeeld, ek het nie 'n bakkie gehad nie, ek het gestap. Ek het gestap oral flyers in mense se posbuste ingooi. Ek het hout gesleep, weggooi houtjies wat mense weggegooi het ek gesleep van onderaf tot by my huis om die pot aan die gang te kry. Ek was baie daar water nat gereën, maar ek sê altyd vir mense, as hulle moed skep, niks kom sonder sacrifices.
Ek het net vrae gesê, Magda, het jy waar nie? Ons gaan en op die ouwe net sê in my ma begin. Ek het daar toe andere moeder kyk ons. Sy die goed op die Facebook, moet nie bang is nie. Sy was altyd bang op Facebook geweest, op social media. En daar het mense ons raak gesien.
Het was baie insit, het was baie keer my gesin wat ek afgeskep het. Dit was baie daar baie moeg. Baie keer het mense vir my gesê, maar hulle is nou moeg. Maar ek kon net nie, as ek vandag beloof het, die plek gaan ek doen, kon ek net nie sê ek gaan dit môre doen nie, want ek weet ek het hulle beloof, so ek moet daar wees. My week begin op 'n maandagoggend, is maar van Sondag tot Sondag wat ons kos gee. So hier is ons verskillende plekke, ons het 11 plekke. So 11 mense, by elke plek het ons iemand wat skep. Maar ek check op hulle, dat hierdie kosies as ek daar kom, dat dit vir die mense gegee word. So dit word potte gemaak en dan sê ons byvoorbeeld by die een plek is miskien 500 mense. So dan kook ons per dag vir elke dag se mense. Maar op 'n Woensdag en Vrydag is dit bietjie meer. So elke dag het sy eie mense wat kos kry. As hulle so begin uit, moet jy teen alle
Ja, wat ek by Auntie Magda geleer is om te gee. En nie te dink wat jy gee nie. En ook, wat sy ook altyd geleer het, ons noem niemand zat nie. En in bedink waar sy begin het met twee emmers sop en sy haarself was nie persoon baie geld gehad het nie, maar sy het gedink om haarself nie. Sy het gedink om haar medemens, om 'n ander persoon wat minder as sy het te help. En so ook 'n boodskap van inspirasie en selfs ook gaan waar sy bid vir mense Daar's 'n tyd gewees wat ek selfs in mense se tuine gaan werk om hulle tuine mooi te maak. Dis die tipe hart wat dit magte het, 'n hart van goud.
Ek gaan nie die armoede stap wat my ouers ingestap het nie. Ek gaan die ding gaan ek stop. Die mooiste ding is wanneer 'n mens sien hoe mense uitstyg en hoe hulle iets word. Dit is die betaling van, dit is die mooiste ding wat jy kan sien. Geen geld kan dit koop nie.
Ek spandeer tyd in hierdie gemeenskap oor die liefde en die respek wat daar is. En die nood in hulle huise in.
Suster man, die Here is getrou man. Het ek jou deur ook aangesit? Dat ek sien, dis 'n kamer.
Ja, dis 'n kamer. Ons het in Sydebergen gebly. Sy was daar vir ons die geswaagtye. En ek sê vir haar baie dankie en ek prys die Here daarvoor dat die Here so mense in ons lewe kom sit.
As jy gaan in hulle plekkies en jy sien die nood en jy sien die min wat hulle het, maar die tevredenheid daarmee, dan is dit vir my 'n joy, want as ek hier vanaand afkom, veral in die winter en dit reën en ek het die tentjie vandag daar sien staan en ek kom weer volgende week en die tentjies geskuif op 'n ander plek, dan moet dit seker baie moeite wees om die tentjie daar vanaand af te vat tot by 'n ander plek. As ek nog dink ek gaan slaap, en ek dink aan soos byvoorbeeld die klimmetjie wat gevra het, die Kimby. Ek leer lief word dit, dan is dit vir my soos my eie kind dat ek vanoggend moet opstaan om kos te gaan gee. Dis wat vir my maak dit aan mekaar doen. Maar 'n lekker gevoel om vir iemand anders iets te gee.
Okay, wat ek sien.
Maxine?
All too often, we see people never get up after they have fallen down. Magda and Gary are proving that by getting up again, you can achieve so much more. And what a wonderful story they have to tell. Chef Eric Bingo has walked a long path from dishwasher to head chef, and he's got some tales to tell. These days, he's helping out at a local cooking school, imparting his knowledge to younger chefs and cooks. He made us a lekker meal and told us his story.
Umama wami ongizalayo wesithi beyapheka sonke ecuna. Ndifuna so xa ndimjonga umama ucula ngitheni xa ethanda ukupheka nje ecula. Nje becula nje uyayithanda le lenzayo. So ndaye ndifunda ndakhula ndabona nami ukutya manje ngijonge licala lopheka. Ngumonde Eric Bingo. Ndizalwe eBhayi eNew Brighton ngo-1960 on the 28th of August. Always yeah, manje ufuna inyama eyegusha. Kanti 200 inyama. Yeah. Ndasuka eBhayi ndazoshopha eKapa ngo-1980. Enkosi, bye bye. Sure. eBhayi ndikhulele kwi-environment apho kakhulu belixesha lezopolitiko. Kunzima kakhulu kusiliwa kusithini. Then ke kudalapho ke ndaphumelela ke ndaphuma apho kuloo ndlela because bisina amaxesha singafundi. Phambi kwe-70s, early 80s kuthiwa kufundwa. Kwanyanzeleka into yoba hayi mandibale mandimke eKapa eBhayi ndizapha eKapa. Ngentlahla ndafumana umsebenzi ndasebenza eCape Miller Hotel esiScalari for uklina izitya. Zange ndiqashwe ushef. Ndigrome for 2 months ndisenza into enye wabona ushef uyedwa kwela kitchen makandicele. So ndacela amazambane ndayenza iveji yonke loo nto leyo. Qala lapho ngoku wabona hayi lo muntu mandimkhulise ndibenze ushef. So ndafunda ke ndafundiswa ngochef abakhulu most especially uMax Khetani. He was my mentor. Uyena umuntu owandikhulisa wandibonisa uba ndandingazi into ngopheka. Kulapho ke ndabona khona uba ndinomdla for upheka. sithenga inyama apha ekuhlaleni, sithenga ii-veggies apha ekuhlaleni, sithenga ii-ingredients apha ekuhlaleni, so that sikhulisane ubusiness zabantu zabamnyama zikhule. Uzawuthatha ngokwetomato paste, nansi tomato paste yakho ne, yebo, tomato paste uyayi-add apha kancinci, uthathe i-spice, you just pour it. Uthathe i-oil, uyiraphe nge-oil inyama yakho, izobheka straight e-oven. Okay, thatha inyama yonke, move lapha oven, ise-oven. Uyaqonda? Ngale oven. Apha sisikolo sopheka ngapha. Ndibuyisela back kulutsha kubantwana abangaphangeliyo, kubantwana abangatholi into. So into endezayo kumotivate, kumonta bona, ndibanike i-skills, ndibanike i-opportunities ukuba bafunde kakhulu. Naku kusobhreza inyama, okay? Thatha imbiza uyibeke pha. Thatha imbiza uyibeke pha. Beka pha, ubekile. Ndithi chatha intwana i-fish oil. Apha etyeni kakhulu kufuneka ube ne-passion, ube nomdla wokwenza ukutya. And apho ke ndisebenzise kakhulu nabantu, ndisebenzise nochef abakhulu. Ndifundiswa indlela izosebenza, nendlela yokuziphatha, nendlela yococeko. Because kufuneka iqala before usebenza ukutya ube ngumuntu ococekileyo, ungumuntu nje uhleli nje ucocekile. Namhlanje ndithemba ndenze i-lamb, eziko lamb stew casserole. From there ndenze ipapa, i-stave papa. Just normal papa, amanzi, hot water with a little bit of salt. From there ndenza i-spinach with potato. Yabona uba sifile. And then apha ndine-butternut. And then apha ngosine-side salad, nje u-toast salad. I-green pepper, tomato, just uba uyiklist iplate yomntu ubukeke, just ugarnisha nje iplate. Linde qala ube ngathi ubuthambaha.
Igama lami nguMasiphile Zulu Magona and apha ndisi-student. Le ndawo ndiyazi ngumakazi wami because mina ndiyazi le ndawo izindawo ethengisayo ezi-restaurant. But bengayazi uba like inaso nesikolo apho kufunda khona abantu ukuba zi-chef. And ndifunde that you must have good communication skills. Ukwazi uthetha nabantu bakuve bafuna ntoni ukwenzela izinto zakho zizohamba kakuhle nexesha ekitchen.
Kula mazwe besikuwo uzukhumbula ke eMozambique. EMozambique batya ukutya kwamaPortuguese. Bebe nokutya ne-traditional meal yabo. So mna bendicombine la meal, ndiyicombine. Ndithathe i-traditional meal kunye ne-meal yasemzantsi ndiyidibanise. Bayi-enjoy abantu olo hlobo.
Chef, come.
Umsebenzi wami apha kunimentorisha, kunika back into ebendifumana ngaphandle.
Ithi le nto Zulu.
Read your menu as a chef, understanding exactly what is there, so that at the end of the day you'll be free, you'll be comfortable. And we've been talking about confidence here.
Ndinqwelela ukuthi abantwana bakhoyo, more special ulutsha, lifumane i-skills because ixesha elikhoyo lifuna i-skills. Ixesha eliphila kulo ngoku abantwana siphila nabo. Bane-chances ezininzi more than thina ixesha lethu sesiphila. So andingathanda ukubona umntana soloko esitratweni. Ngaske umntana soloko esiphaya imfundo because imfundo lona nqanaba pha phela oluphilisa emhlabeni. Mabahlale nabazali phantsi because ixesha elikhona abazali thina abazali sikwahlala nabantwana bethu phantsi. Sibabuze uba ngaba ubetheka laphi na mntana, ngaba ndingakunceda ndawoni na. So that soloko sibamonitarisha abantwana because abantwana bakhoyo ngabasamonitarisha bahamba benza nje nantoni na. Uba umzali akathathi inxaxheba ambuze umntana wakhe uba ufuna ndenze ntoni namhlanje, ndingakunceda phi. But kodwa I'm very proud because abanye babe befunda apho kwezi sikolo abayekho baba-overseas, babo-chef, bakuqeshi, baye basemaDubai. Some of them abantwana bebefana ngabantwana befundiswa sithi apho kwezi sikolo. Mhlawumbe ndasweleka ngaske abantu bahlale nje bendikhumbula ngemisebenzi yami nendlela bendisoloko ndiphakathi kwabo. Okokuqala ndingumuntu ofikelelekayo ebantwini. Kwesibini ndiphume kwindawo apho kuzawuba nzima bangafikelele, soloko ndiphakathi kwabantu. So nabantu abandaziyo bayandazi uba ndingumuntu onjani nasekuhlaleni apho ndihlala khona. Ndingulo mntu ndinguye, anditshintshi. I'm always the same person umbona izolo, andinangxaki.
Hardy Dolly is a rugby player who was denied the opportunity of playing for his country due to apartheid. But instead of becoming bitter, he took it in his stride and has thankfully lived long enough to see his grandson now stand a better chance of representing his country. He is our walk down memory lane.
Well, I played rugby at the age of 8. It's under 65 pounds. Seeing my grandson at a school like this means a hell of a lot for me, for his future and everything. At least he's got the opportunity now that we never had, so he must make the most of it.
That's very good. And another thing.
Our schools never had these fields and everything. He at least got it. So for me to have addressed them, and I gave him the same that we had, but we got the discipline, the love for the sport, the love for schoolwork, the respect for the parents. That is all the same. Never mind about the facilities. That is the basics of anything in life. Rugby was just not only a game, it was a community involvement. So the area that we play in, like our area, Boerkaap, District 6, it was similar, same thing. Because on every corner, of every second corner, there was a team. And the community was involved in it. The rugby began with me as we were a sporting family, a rugby family, cricket family. And I got connected with rugby through Young Stars, which is an event after the RAG. At the age of 7, 8, I joined the Stars not as a player, as to participate in the festivities of this charity game, which was established in 1936, which was called the RAG. And from there onwards, I joined the club as a juniors rugby. From there on, I prospered up until provincial. So that is probably for the age of 8, 9, till the day I stopped was 1982. For me, rugby meant a hell of a lot for me, if I must say, because it was a social, it's a community sport. Our sport was community sport. The rivalry, the camaraderie, it was fantastic. For us to come and play here, this is like our Newlands. This was like our Loftus Versfeld, our Murrayfield, our wherever you think it. We didn't have the opportunity to grace this field, but for this place, it meant for us that the moment we set foot on it, we imagine that we're playing for, if we play provincial side, it's like their Currie Cup, it's our Western Province side. Then it lifts us up because of we not be able to play on the other side or play with the rest of the country. That motivated us to do our best. And I can tell you, we really produce brilliant players. Those guys, I can take it that is my friends that I grew up with from my childhood days, school days. We got together, most of them that was there, we joined the same club at the time. We from the same area, we lived further down more to upper Boerkaap, and we became friends from school onwards, and we stayed friends in our rugby career, and up till now we're still friends. So that is the involvement of community sport.
Future. Hy was met wie ek. Ja, dis daar. Ja, dat doen.
And I've always said today, that time was our friends, today's acquaintances, It's not act like friends, but we build the friendship that we build in the sport. If I go to Johannesburg now, we can speak to Dunstan. If I go to Port Elizabeth now, the amount of friends we made of the community sport was tremendous, tremendous. And that was, even if you go on Facebook, you see, you talk about Dolly, you talk about Clean Boy, it's fantastic.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.
Look, the mosque played a major role. There was no madrasas, there was no Muslim schools outside. Everything happened at the mosque. The mosque, you go to mosque, if there's a dispute, it's solved in the dispute. Like we say, you chat, if the salah is finished, the people chat of certain aspects of the community, what was wrong, what was not wrong, what was right, what was not right. So the mosque played a major role. I can remember when I joined Young Stars, and when they read out you the constitution, it would always remind you, you're Muslim first, then you're carpenter. You're Muslim first, then you're rugby player. You're Muslim first, then you're tailor. You're Muslim first, then you're plumber. So they reminded you the role that your Islamic faith comes first before anything else. The role of politics in sport was a major blow for us as talented players which couldn't represent our country. That was a major setback. But in politics, to try through sports, we could see we can actually break that material the rights has and to carry on playing. And that was our aim, sort of to break apartheid. In my time, when we were in that era, we never thought apartheid would be abolished. But fortunately, and I would say in our language, alhamdulillah, it did happen. The vices that our youngsters are going through today is not the way that we went through. And that's an alarming factor. So if we can use the clubs to overcome that, keeping it away from gangsters and giving away the drugs and all the vices that we see now, it will be fantastic. And that is why the rugby still in ours, because of the adversity we had with apartheid, it brought the best out of us. We wanted to play rugby. We wanted to say we enjoyed the rugby. And the most thing, you must enjoy it. If anything that you love, you must love it and you must enjoy it.
There are so many stories like Hardy's, and I think we here at Forever Young are immensely proud to be able to shine a spotlight on their history and to recognize the heroes of yesterday. It's time for me to go, but I ask that you join us again next week, same time, same place, as we travel to Limpopo province for some more inspiring stories. Till then, goodbye.